there's a book of photographs by Howard Suley. That's John Donne's poem The Sun on the end. And Howard Suley we commissioned, if you like, a set of photographs, some of which are incredibly intimate because they show him not dying, but in his last, there's a beautiful photograph of him. His last journey was to Giverny, to visit Giverny, which he'd never done. But I put this in because I interviewed his partner who inherited it, and he said, "I feel imprisoned by the photographs." Because right now, not right now because it's 10 o'clock in Britain, this afternoon, there will have been 2 architectural students from Norway or something on the doorstep holding the book. It's such an iconic book. And when you garden, this physical instinct, you can't garden with, it's a physical, your brain goes into your fingers, as someone said. And so, and that is a question, what to do with a site such as that, and how to, I just thought that was a good, he said I felt imprisoned by the photographs.
Yes, and it's just like the experience you mentioned before with the French gardener who had bags under her eyes.
Yes.
Because you know what we want gardens to be is spontaneous.
Yes.
And this was, you know, this is as much
such a famous
collection.
picture, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a fantastically famous picture. I've always wanted to visit it with the book in my hand and, you know, like knock on the door and terrify the guy inside. But and in fact, Fergus and I talked about it. I said, you know, can we ever get to see, you know, Derek Jarman's garden? He said, yeah, I know exactly where it is. And he said, you know, the Derek's partner who owns the property now probably won't come out of the house. He said, but I'll walk you around. But it is a problem here because this is also sort of a bricolage, sort of like, you know, or collage of found objects, and that's meant to sort of go on. But how do you do that? I mean, especially with an artist here, I think that
it's so much about being on the edge of vanishing as well. Its whole. My secret, it's not very secret because I'm going to tell you, is one day I'd like us to acquire that house actually and call it Garden Museum on the Beach. And no, but as a sort of, because I actually think, to be serious, that's something. It's been in films, it's been in books. It's a really important work of art for the nation, and I think that should be a retreat or something. But that place, the building, the garden, I actually think should be preserved. It's of such significance.